What is up, YouTube? It's your boy G-reg, man. We back with another video reacting to Dr. Insanity. Parents discover their daughter is a mass killer. Now let's get into it. Hey, chat. Now before we get into the video, I should have said this last video. Last video fucking blew me over the top. It pissed me off completely. The cops are unprofessional. They're fucking stupid as shit. They have no common sense. Laugh about dead old women. It just pissed me off and fucking rage baited me 10 out of 10. I'm not even gonna lie. It was fucking... I can't even fucking talk about it. And then before that, we reacted to 2K's trailer. So yeah, I'm rage baited out at this point. 2K looks like dog shit. My team looks like dog shit. They're bringing women WNBA players into my team to combine with the NBA players. Dude, if I see a Caitlin Clark dunk on a center, any center in the NBA, I will uninstall and infinite bad reviews on 2K. I will make over 1,000 fucking emails to put in over 1,000 fucking bad reviews for the game. Fuck EA and fuck 2K. I don't know why I brought up EA, because EA is also a dog shit company. You guys see where, alright, see, now dude, you see what I mean? I've been rage baited today enough, alright? So I purposely didn't click on any I didn't click on any of these videos, where am I at right now? I'm bottom left. Any of these videos over here on purpose, because I didn't want to see no babies get killed. I didn't want to see no children get fucking killed. I didn't want to see nothing like, dude, that's just gonna fucking send me over. So I'm sorry if I seem a little bit more agitated than usual. I've just been rage baited a shit ton today. Alright? Now let's get into it.
Babe, what'd they tell you? Nothing. Okay, choose lifeline in here. Yeah.
This is Natalie and John Shirilla, the parents of Mackenzie Shirilla.
Never mind, we already reacted to this. So we are gonna do... Perfect. Dad realizes his daughter is actually the killer. Even better. Or, not good. No, not better. Alright, fuck.
She's on the ground. Who is it? My mom!
This man has just been told that his wife has been murdered. However, he never could have expected that it was his daughter that was responsible.
What happened? Your wife and daughter got into an argument. She's going to jail forever. Wife's dead. Now us too.
On March 3rd, 2020,
That's a bang bang.
police responded to a 911 call at an address in Akron and found Brenda
Akron, Ohio? Akron. Fuck LeBron.
on the floor of her kitchen with 30 stab wounds in her neck. Her daughter, Sydney, was in the house at the time and told police this was wounds in her neck. Her daughter and found Brenda Powell on the floor of her kitchen with 30 stab wounds in her neck. Her daughter, Sydney, was in the house at the time and told police this was a home invasion turned brutal murder. But even though Sydney was injured as well, there were still questions left unanswered. Things weren't adding up for the cops. Brenda was on the phone with one of Sydney's college professors at the time she was attacked, and during that call, she suddenly started screaming before the phone went dead. When he called back, the voice on the other end of the phone claimed to be Brenda, but the college professor knew this was a lie and suspected Sydney was pretending to be her mother. Fearing the worst, he called 911 and the first responders arrived in no time.
Whoa. Alright, before we get into the shit, excuse me, let me get high. And also, so her mom was calling a professor, and while on the phone with the professor, a home invasion happened, and her mom got attacked. And then when she called him back, it wasn't the normal voice and acted like the woman was. Alright, basically, yeah. Alright, back.
This scream, combined with being called to the location, is enough probable cause for the police to forcefully enter the home. And this is what was waiting for him when he walked inside the house.
Anchor, please!
Is that blood on that?
Anchor, please!
Wait. Was that? Is that on baby?
walked inside the house.
Hey, chat, if this is... It might be. It looks like it.
Anchor, please!
Oh, yeah. It's right there.
Where's your mom at? Okay, stay right here.
No, there's so much blood. No, please. Man. She's recording now. No. Stop. We gotta figure out what's going on. Can you sit down?
R9, get that 32 rolling here quick. We got a female down, blood all over the place. Sergeant Smart, you just got a crime scene. Take her outside. Oh, she's big blood all over her. Secure the scene. She looks like a 22. She looks like she's been down for a while. There's blood all over the place. There's a knife by her head and stuff like that. There's a huge pool of blood. No, I think she just walked in on it. There's a broken window in the back. So if you can just put up some crime scene tape. As soon as AFD gets here, they're going to pronounce her, I'm sure.
It turns out Brenda hasn't just been stabbed. She's also been hit over the head with an iron skillet, and her injuries are so devastating that her life hangs in the balance.
Stop. Hold on, we gotta figure out what's going on.
Fuck, I keep forgetting. You gotta get him.
Okay. Come on. You just need to cooperate with me, alright? I love my dad. Huh? I love my dad. What happened? What's going on? What's going on?
We heard a bang. We heard a bang. And she told me to get out. And then I heard screaming. And I came back and she was on the ground.
Okay, you heard a bang.
Back. There was a big broken.
What is your name?
Sydney.
God damn.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody playing that dumb shit.
I don't think so.
Yeah, your hand.
No, I was helping her. I grabbed her.
Alright, stop.
I grabbed the knife.
Yeah. What's going on? I don't know. We just got the dad. Okay, what's... I don't know. Okay. I don't know.
Sydney appears to have been injured as well, is suffering from shock, and struggling to hold herself together. Even the arrival of her father, Steve Powell, doesn't calm Sydney down. Police need to lock down the crime scene and try to figure out exactly what's happened.
So you guys...
You see them tootsies? They bloody tootsies. Time out. I'm not gonna lie. How is there blood on top of the sock? If she wasn't the... Alright, so I did just hit the carts. So bear with me now. We're gonna put this... I'm gonna explain everything. Alright? Before anything even happens, Sydney has white socks. We can all agree on that. Right? Right. Her mom's on the phone, standing up. Or even sitting down, whatever the case may be. And we already know where all the fucking puncture wounds are. The neck. So get that out of the way. She was stabbed in the neck. Nobody at that while on the phone. And that's that. Now, if Sydney walked in on that, right? Her mom would already be on the ground. All that. Even if she walked on the blood, how is the blood getting up? Unless it soaked it up. Is that possible, chap? The sock literally soaked up the blood? Nah, I don't think so. I'm not buying it. I think she did it. Well, obviously. And when her mom fell, blood went on all over the sock.
So you guys go inside there? So...
I don't know. She was there was so much blood.
Okay. She's got minor cuts.
Inside the house, there's a broken window and the knife used to stab Brenda, but something isn't quite right, as the broken window had blood dripped on the outside of it, leading police to conclude it could have only been broken after Brenda had been stabbed. However, Sydney claimed that the intruder used the window to enter and was broken before the attack, leading to the first of many inaccuracies in her story.
Interesting. Okay, do we know who, where, which way?
That's the younger guy. I'm looking through here and I can see pictures. There's a whole basement set up for
Yep, hey, sorry, I'll call you right back. Bye. Alright, let me go report that. Well, I'll see if we can find out who else lives here.
With such a serious case with so many unanswered questions, the cops spend some time talking with homeowners nearby. They have to try and collect as much information as possible. But right now, the only person making any sense is Sydney's father.
Okay. Did you live here, sir?
Yeah. Okay. That's my wife and there's my daughter.
How old's your daughter?
She'll be 20 in March. She's 19. Is she coming out?
Yeah. No, I got service.
Sydney, can you tell me what happened?
Hey, and this is the best cup I've seen today.
Sydney.
She's gone, brother.
Sydney.
Whatever took her over to kill her mom, bro, it's full control of her now. She is full Looney Tunes. She is full. I guarantee this bitch is crazy. I guarantee it. I will almost bet my life this isn't some normal person that killed her mom. No, this is a fucking lunatic. Guarantee it.
On its way? Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, that's them right there. I can hear them.
Fresh, chef-crafted meals in over 2,000 locations. Farmer's Fridge, good to go.
You deserve the best. Performance, durability, affordability. Only one place does it all. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
While trying to piece this puzzle together, police speak to Steve Powell and one of Sydney's friends down at the station in the hopes that they may be able to help them shed some light on exactly what happened. But unfortunately for Steve, he has absolutely no idea Sydney is the attacker, or even worse, that his wife is in critical condition at the hospital and likely won't survive, something detectives will have to break to him sooner than later.
Where'd you get a call from? Got a call from him, call from me. Oh, okay. He said there was a call, went out, a distress call from the University of Mount Union where my daughter was going, and it said, female in distress. I said, well, that's funny because Brenda's there, my wife. So I called Brenda. And it rings on the cell phone. No answer. I call Sydney. Rings. No answer. I call Brenda back. Ring. No answer. I'm pacing around. I call G back. And I'm on the phone with him, telling him there's no answer. My doctor calls me back. And said, oh, Mom's on the phone with Mount Union. I said, well, cops are on the way. And she went, there's been a break-in, and she just started going off. There's been somebody in the house. There's blood everywhere. She was hysterical and crying.
So at first, when you talked to her, she said, your wife is on the phone.
Yes. And as soon as I said, cops are on the way, the hysteria started.
Is she still attending?
Well, as far as we do up until today, yes, but apparently not for the last, maybe a couple weeks.
What Sydney hadn't told her parents was that she'd been kicked out of college weeks before this happened, and had been lying to them ever since. But she did tell her friends, including Lauren, who lived in the same dorm.
Now, we understand that Sydney was your roommate at Mount Union?
Yes, she was for last year and then this year till she left.
And so you've been friends ever since your sophomore freshman year at St. B?
Mm-hmm.
Go over each other's houses, everything like that?
Yep. Well, she started off in exercise science freshman year, her first semester, but then she didn't like the classes, so she switched over to psychology and sociology. but then she didn't really like that. So this year she switched to education, and then she didn't like that either, and that's one of the reasons she left, is because she really couldn't find what she liked. I think she struggled in her classes. I don't think her grades were the best, but she didn't really tell me that because I wasn't really struggling. I think she kept a lot of stuff hidden because when we were just talking or with our friends, she always seemed happy. Like, she seemed okay, like I said, I couldn't tell until the end where she was kind of just like struggling and she kind of was sad and just like, Lauren, I don't know what to do. I think she felt like everybody around her kind of had figured out what they wanted to do, and she hadn't.
Establishing Sydney's state of mind leading up to the incident will help detectives find out if she simply snapped or if this was premeditated. The issue is, Sydney is going to claim that she actually has no idea what happened throughout this entire case. In fact, she's going to base her entire defense on the fact that she blacked out and even claim insanity using this. This means
Never mind, she's not crazy. She's a dumb bitch. Bro, what?
No solid proof that Sydney is the guilty party, but they're starting to discover she was hiding secrets from just about everyone.
Well, I know she's had anxiety for a while, but I think it was this last semester, like starting coming back in January, when it really started, that she was kind of more like upset because she really didn't know what she wanted to do. My friends and I were worried for her because we didn't know what was going on because she didn't tell us, and like,
Lauren knew something was wrong and tried to help. At first, she had no reason to doubt her and was as supportive as any friend could have been at a time like this. But even Lauren grew suspicious of Sydney's evasive behavior.
I could tell she was getting more upset, like more sad, and I told her, I was like, I'm here, like, you can tell me, I'm here for you. If you need anything, I'm here.
I'm in possession of evidence of an unlawful cover-up.
I help people who see things they should know.
But she never really opened up until she was leaving and saying that she was struggling with school and that she was kind of trying to figure out what was going on, and that's when I started to try to help her.
Let's talk about this. You're her best friend, and I know this is difficult, but tell us about her relationship with her parents.
Her and her parents had a really good relationship. Like, her mom and her were best friends. Probably, like, they did everything together. Like, one of the reasons she went home was to be with her mom. They were always close. She never said anything bad about her mom. She never ever talked about having an argument with her mom. Like, I can't recall every time she'd be going home, she's like, I can't wait to see my mom. Or when she goes home for weekends, she'd be like, oh, my mom wants me to come home so we can hang out and like watch movies, and she loved being home.
By this point, Sydney is becoming wrapped up in a lie that she's going to struggle to escape from. But instead of owning up, she decided to make out as if college just wasn't working out for her and tried to convince her parents that they could save a lot of money on college bills if she left to pursue other things.
What's going on? Are you not going to school? She goes, I'm overwhelmed in school, and I don't really like what I'm doing, and it seems like it's a waste of my time and your money. I said, well, but that's all part of it. Nobody's going to tell you you need to do what you're doing when you're 20. You need to figure it out.
But that's not what she told her friends.
So when she's talking to you about, the problems she's having at school, did she mention that she tried talking to her parents?
Yeah, I know she definitely, especially when she left, she talked to her mom about leaving, and they kind of made that decision together to leave now. Like, she told them that.
Lauren's suspicions were proved to be right, and Sydney was lying to her friends. But at the same time, she was also lying to her parents, who knew nothing of her problems at college until they received a phone call from Sydney's professor. So Steve and Brenda began crisis talks to find out exactly what was going on with their daughter.
So I went back, I called my wife on my daughter's phone. She picks up, she was working down at Children's, and she goes, what's wrong? And I basically told her, I said, Sydney, I think the reason we can't get on is because she's unenrolled. She hasn't been going to school.
Sydney became wrapped up in two sets of lies. The story she told her friends and the story she told her parents. Failing grades aren't the end of the world, and any parent would support their child through such difficult times. But it seems she thought her parents would be mad and couldn't bring herself to tell them she'd been asked to leave the college.
Yeah, we asked her what she was doing, and she said she was good. Like, she acted like what we would see as normal. Like, she was laughing, she was having fun. She said she got jobs because she works at the Akron Rubber Ducks. She's worked there for a couple seasons, so she was gonna go back there. And then she also said she was looking for another job, and like everything was good, and she was trying to figure out like next year and all this stuff, and she was going to talk to her parents about housing, trying to come back to Mount.
Once she got to Mount Union, or anytime actually, did Sydney ever drink alcohol at all, or she did? Okay, just kind of describe that for us.
She liked to drink. There was an incident in the fall of our freshman year where she drank too much, and she wasn't alcohol poisoned, but she did end up in the hospital. Her mom came and got her at like 2 in the morning. Usually after that, her and I were together.
Man, chat. Stay away from the alcohol, bro. You can do it once in a while. I don't drink anymore. I haven't drank in a year. Yeah, bro. Don't. Me personally, I don't really think that, like, I just don't think alcohol is good at all. I know I smoke. Like, y'all could say, oh, well, you smoke. Yeah. When's the last time you seen someone high on weed go kill somebody going 180, 150? When's the last time you seen when is the last time you seen someone cheat high? You know what I mean? And because of the high, bro. They blame it. When's the last time you heard someone say, oh, I cheated because I was high? No. When you're high, you're like me. You're chilling. You're watching. You're learning. You're gaming. You're whatever, bro. Like, you're eating. Like, it. I don't understand how people can even hate on weed, bro. God damn, my hair was uneven. My bad, chat. I noticed that. I looked. But, yeah, I don't understand how you can hate on it. Alcohol just, it's the devil. It's the devil's drink. I don't think that, I just don't think it's good for anybody, really. I think it messes with you. It makes, like, the next day you got headaches and shit. You throw up. Your body goes through all this shit. It affects your body terribly, bro. It's like, I don't know why people drink, but, you know, I'm not going to hate. Like, I ain't going to stop you from drinking. I'm just going to sit back and, you know, puff. And we'll see how life goes.
If she did drink, I usually kind of like sober down after a minute because she's small.
Detectives suspect Sydney snapped when Brenda was on the phone to her college professor and tried to cover up her lies by silencing her mother forever. The issue is, again, Sydney is claiming that she doesn't remember a thing, but it seems that she made some crucial and careless mistakes that let the detectives pick up the pieces. Sydney grabbed an iron skillet and beat her mother into submission before plunging a steak knife into her neck over 30 times. She then impersonated her mother on the phone and staged a break-in to try and cover her tracks.
I made it in far enough to see the back fenders. When you go into the front
of his hair,
you can see there's like a pass-through between the kitchen and the family room. From the back of the house, I could see right hand. There's 2 big sliding windows. I could see that window was clearly, it looked like it was busted. Went down the hallway probably about 2 feet. Just you could see blood all the way down the hallway.
Sadly, Brenda didn't survive her ordeal, and
it's time to break the news, ain't it?
Boxes can't put together a dresser, but Marcus Onofre already has.
and passed away in hospital. The county medical examiner came to the conclusion that Brenda had died from blunt force trauma to her head and stab wounds to her neck. They ruled her death a homicide. This left detectives to deliver the tragic news to Steve that his wife was dead.
Well, not really bad news. Your wife passed away.
Detectives investigated Sydney's claims that an intruder was responsible, but their findings didn't seem to match her story, and the evidence was painting a different picture altogether. This left detectives with one final devastating task to carry out, telling Steve that his own daughter killed his wife.
What happened? I don't think someone broke into the house. I don't know if your wife and daughter got into an argument about this point. I mean, the window was broken, but there's no forced entry into the house. Did your wife and daughter ever have like really heated arguments? It's not possible. Your son's outside. He doesn't.
My son's here?
Yes.
Would you like one of us to just go be with your son?
I don't know. I don't know. Take your time. There's no rush for me.
It's simply impossible to imagine the turmoil Steve must be going through at this moment. His wife murdered and his daughter the main suspect. Finally, Steve realizes the detectives might be right, leaving him to deliver the news to his son.
Clearly they think Sydney did this. I was too.
God damn.
Wife's dead.
You know, they're going to do everything they can to make sure that they find out exactly what happened.
Like, imagine being this guy. Like, jeez, bro. There's no way you don't feel, like, fucking terrible for this dude. Like, God. Imagine losing your wife and your daughter. And then knowing that your daughter did it to your wife. Yeah.
Things definite. As of yet, we still have to do your investigating.
Where's Andrew? He was sitting up there by himself and she was. Well, yeah, anybody in here.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody else with me. That's legal. I don't care.
Yeah, you don't want anything about it?
I don't want any of you. No, I just want Andrew.
So you just kind of get it when you're ready, okay?
You don't want to do it? I don't want to. They don't know. They haven't told me. They're investigating.
Sydney was arrested and charged for the murder of Brenda Powell. She claimed insanity at first, saying she had almost no memory of what happened, including hitting Brenda with the cast iron skillet and fatally stabbing her. The jury didn't believe Sydney, and she was found guilty on 2 counts of murder, 1 count of felonious assault, and 1 count of tampering with evidence. Sydney Powell was sentenced to life in prison with a chance of parole after 15 years.
Fuck no. Don't give her no chance of fucking parole. Ah, man. That was a sad one, bro. Feel bad for that guy. But, yo, that's it for another video, man. Excuse me. Excuse me again. If you guys like the video, as always, like it up and sub. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.